Hi, I'm Audra McDonald, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly roundup of all the news, stars, and silliness of the Great White Way, or as we like to think of it, Broadway.com for people who can't read. Let's get started with the news. What's the buzz, Lindsay?
American Idol alum Crystal Bowersox has been tapped to star in the Broadway debut of the musical Always Patsy Cline this summer. But the spring debut of Pump Boys and Dinettes starring Idol's Bo Bice has been postponed. So, Bowersox is in and Bice is out. Of course, Konstantin Maroulis is heading back to Broadway in Jekyll and Hyde, which makes us wonder, is there enough room for more than one idol in this town? As Ryan Seacrest would say, we'll find out after the break.
It's anything but a hard knock life for pint-sized Oscar nominee Quvonjanae Wallace. Not only is the 9-year-old the youngest Best Actress Oscar nominee ever, but now she's in talks to replace Willow Smith as the star of the upcoming Annie movie musical. No confirmation on that yet, but in the meantime, I'll be starring in the world premiere of How to Pronounce Quvonjanae. Quvonjanae.
In her Broadway.com Q&A, Tony winner Scarlett Johansson said, looking at Benjamin Walker's naked ass brightens her day. ScarJo said when she's feeling down and out, she just asks her sexy pants cat on a hot tin roof co-star to, quote, just leave it out there a little while longer. Some HR departments would call this a hostile work environment, but Scarlett calls it the best job ever. Can't argue with that.
Here's a case of star casting we can really get behind. Real-life spouses Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz are eyeing a Broadway run in Harold Pinter's Betrayal. Their characters are married too, but not happily. So we're hoping these two can keep the drama on the stage. We also think Damian Lewis of Homeland would be perfect as the third member of the play's love triangle. Let's make this happen, people.
Hell yes.
NBC said DNR to do no harm. Its new Jekyll and Hyde thriller starring Broadway alum Stephen Pasquale. The network canceled the series after just 2 episodes, including its series premiere, which received the lowest ratings ever for a series debut on a Big 4 network. Ouch. But at least Stephen still got his hot wife Laura Benanti to come home to.
In more upbeat TV news, Broadway.com favorite Jonathan Groff has landed the lead in a new comedy TV pilot. The Spring Awakening and Glee vet will play one of a gaggle of gay friends dealing with the trials and tribulations of modern-day San Francisco. The HBO show doesn't have a title yet, but may we make a painfully obvious suggestion? Boys?
Our tweet of the week comes from Tony winner Laura Benanti, who couldn't grow accustomed to a certain face being part of Clive Davis's planned Broadway revival of My Fair Lady. Benanti tweeted, "You guys, if Kesha or some other a-hole ends up starring in the revival of My Fair Lady, I'm going to fling myself into an active volcano." Looks like Benanti's about to blow. You can follow Laura on Twitter at Laura Benanti.
Hello, I'm Alan Cumming, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
In honor of Valentine's Day, this week's High Five spotlights some of our favorite Broadway couples and the musicals we'd like to dreamcast them in. At number 5 is Celia Keenan-Bolger and hubby John Allison Connolly as Maria and Captain Von Trapp in a would-be adorable revival of The Sound of Music. I mean, who better to frolic among those magical hills? The number 4 spot goes to Book of Mormon's Matt Doyle and his beau, Matilda dancer Ryan Steele. We want to see these two bring some more than bromance energy to Harris Hippies, Berger, and Claude. Coming in at number 3 are Smash star Jeremy Jordan and his wife Ashley Spencer as Rocky Horror's naive and nearly naked couple Brad and Janet. The photo says it all, folks. Number 2 slot goes to the picture-perfect pair Idina Menzel and Taye Diggs, who can bring new life to Sunday in the Park with George's ill-fated lovers Dot and George. And topping our list this week is Will Swenson and Audra McDonald as troubled husband and wife Dan and Diana in the rock musical Next to Normal. Just imagine these two heavyweights taking on that electric score. Wow. Check out Broadway.com for even more of our V-Day-inspired dreamcastings.
Snowmageddon, Snowpocalypse, Nemo, whatever you call it, Broadway got a big dose of winter this week. So how do Broadway stars react when the weather gets frightful? If you're Phantom of the Opera diva Sierra Boggess, you grab a sled and tweet adorable pictures like this.
A huge thumbs up to Craig Zadan and Neil Marin, the producing duo who are bringing a big dose of razzle-dazzle to the Oscars this year. So far, there's plans for a Chicago movie reunion, a tribute to Dreamgirls, a live number with the cast of the Les Mis film, and a special performance by Barbra Streisand. So basically, the Oscars are going to have way more jazz hands this year. And for that, Neil and Craig, we thank you.
Thumbs down this week to America, yes, the whole country, for not tuning in to the second season of Smash, giving it down in the gutter ratings. Sure, the show had its problems last year, but with a new showrunner and a ton of Broadway stars for season 2, it's actually good this year. We swear. Now, the good news is that people aren't hate watching it anymore, but the bad news is that they're just not watching it. Period.
You gotta find a way to stay with the show.
This week, I was lucky enough to meet the uber-talented young company of the off-Broadway drama Really, Really. The play begins on a college campus the morning after the Rager of the Year, so I asked the cast what their best hangover secret is. Get your pens and papers ready, because here they are.
My ultimate hangover cure,
McDonald's double cheeseburger and fries,
is not getting wasted the night before.
Laying in a hot shower.
Or like an omelet, you know, something greasy, you need something greasy in your system.
An Advil or two.
I don't drink, so that's my ultimate hangover cure.
And embarrassingly enough, the morning beer really does the trick.
Hi, I'm Katie Finneran, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
It's time for Broadway Smackdown, where we ask you to take sides in our burning question of the week. Just in time for Valentine's Day, we want to know, what is Broadway's most romantic show on the boards? Is it The Phantom of the Opera, about a damaged hero and the diva he adores? Or is it Once, with a star-crossed duo who express their passion in song? Let us know by tweeting at BroadwayCom with the hashtag BWaySmackdown. And tune in next week to find out the winner.
Our star of the week is Julie Andrews. The lovable icon of stage and screen hit the interview circuit this week to promote her new children's book, and she's everything you want her to be. She's charming and graceful with just a spoonful of sass. When asked how she feels about Carrie Underwood starring in a Sound of Music reboot, Dame Julie replied, "I endorse everything." And when jokingly asked if she could step in for Mary Poppins on Broadway at a moment's notice, Julie replied, "Damn right." Yes, Julie Andrews said, "Damn right." So damn right she's our star of the week.
1, 2, 3, clap, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap.
Yeah. That's it?
Cool. That's it for the Broadway.com show this week. Now that you've seen me embarrassing myself at the rehearsal event for Motown the Musical, we'll show you some of the real talent from the show. Here's Saquon Senglo singing her face off with the great Motown classic, Dancing in the Street. See you next week.